Why do you feel like you are holding back even when you are doing everything right? Why does something in you kind of reduce itself before it is even expressed? This is not a message about arrogance. This is a message about absence. There is a version of humility that does not elevate. It erases. And it has been praised for so long that many no longer recognize that version for what it is. That version sounds refined, measured, considerate, appropriate. It knows when to step back, when to soften, when to reduce. And so it often is mistaken for maturity. But beneath it, there is often a quiet agreement, not spoken, but followed. If I make myself smaller, I will remain acceptable. So the voice adjusts, the posture narrows, expression becomes, say, contained. Not for truth, but for comfort. And it's not your comfort, no, it's theirs. This is where confusion takes hold. Because from the outside, dignity and disappearance can look almost identical. Neither is loud, neither performs, neither demands attention, but one is presence without noise, the other is absence disguised as virtue. And if you're not precise here, you may spend years calling it humility, while slowly removing yourself from your own life. Not abruptly, elegantly, consistently. You see, there is a question most people avoid. Not because such question is complicated, no, but because it is exact. At what moment do I begin reducing myself in order to remain manageable to others? Not rejected, not attacked, managed, predictable, contained, appropriately sized. Because a smaller version of you is easy to hold. A smaller version of you is easier to categorize. A smaller version of you is easier to ignore. And for a time, this appears to work. You are received. You are not challenged. You are not exposed. But something registers. Not loudly, precisely. A kind of internal friction. Because you know what you are carrying, and you know when you are reducing it. Let's be clear here. Let's be very, very clear. This is not dignity. This is compliance. This is compliance refined into habit. And habit, repeated long enough, begins to feel like identity. But it is not. Many are not afraid of failure. Many are afraid of being fully seen and having to sustain what they are capable of. Because visibility carries weight. Visibility carries responsibility. It carries expectation. It carries consequence. So, invisibility becomes a refuge, a quiet one, a socially approved one, but still a refuge. You will hear it. It's nothing. Anyone who have done it. I don't want it to stand out. Oh, it's not that important. Each one of these sounds harmless. And each one of these removes a layer. And over time, something begins to fracture. Not dramatically, structurally. Because what is not expressed cannot stabilize. And what is continually reduced cannot be carried properly. This is not a call to become louder. This is not a call to perform confidence. This is not a call to inflate yourself. This is a call to stop subtracting yourself. Dignity does not require volume, but it does require presence. It does not chase attention, but it does not withdraw from rightful expression either. Dignity speaks when truth requires a voice. Dignity remains silent when silence is aligned. But dignity does not confuse silence with safety. Some of you were not taught to express. You were taught to regulate the room, to read it, to soften it, to adapt to it, to ensure that nothing in you would create discomfort in others. And that adaptation was intelligent. It was. It protected you, but it also trained you to step aside at the exact moment when you should have stepped forward. So now, when your voice begins to rise, another part intervenes. It says, not too much, not too strong, not too visible. And just like that, you interrupt your own presence. This pattern does not end through force. This pattern ends through precision. Because once you see it, you can no longer call it dignity. You see, your fire is not the problem. Your fire is not disorder. Your fire is the light in the lighthouse. It clarifies, it orients, it reveals. the issue was never the fire. No. The issue was what you were thought to do with it, to reduce it, to contain it, to dim it. But a reduced flame cannot fulfill its function. And the hidden light cannot guide. So the question here becomes exact. Where are you reducing what should be expressed? Where are you softening what should remain clear? Where are you disappearing under the name of dignity? Because dignity is not disappearance. No, it's not. Dignity is alignment without distortion. It is the ability to stand in what is true without the need to inflate and without the need to reduce. And for those who require presence beyond what is shared here, there are forms of work not conducted in public. Access exists. Your task is not to become more visible. Your task is to stop choosing invisibility where it is no longer required. Dignity. Dignity is not disappearance.